My guest has an opportunity to study in Italy. At the moment, there are some African countries who are facing a visa ban, so you could literally get admission to a US institution. But if you are not allowed to go for a visa interview, it means that you will not be able to pursue your dream program in your dream university,
My guest
especially.
has an opportunity to study.
So, what are some of the alternatives, especially like if you are listening to me from Nigeria? Today, we are recording the session on July 4th, 2026. And you can obviously get admission and a scholarship to a US institution, but you are not able to go for a student visa interview in your home country. What are some of the options you can explore? Obviously, we are looking forward to this ban being lifted. And you also have an opportunity to check out other equally good countries that you can explore opportunities there. One of them is Italy. What a better time to invite somebody who has been through the process, can explain to you how you can do it. If you have a high school qualification, if you hold a diploma, if you have a bachelor's degree, can you study in Italy? How much is it going to cost for you to work on the process? How long does it take? Are there scholarships after school? Can you work over there? My guest will be responding to all these questions and more. Hi, Anne, how you doing?
Hello, hi, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah,
I hope you're good too.
for people seeing your beautiful face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself and tell us what you're currently studying and in which university.
Okay, my name is Anita. I'm currently pursuing a Master in Business Administration at the University of Bologna.
Wow, awesome. So, if somebody wants to study in Italy, based on your experience, why would somebody prefer Italy over other countries? So, why study in Italy in the first place?
Well, studying in Italy comes with several benefits. Looking at the entire Europe, Italy has several scholarships for international students. The education is also quality, and tuition fees are affordable compared to other destinations like the UK, the US, and even other European countries. And then, as we know, there are so many places that you can also explore. So you don't
Right.
only get to study, but then you also get to immerse yourself into the culture and everything. So yeah.
Okay. Are there English taught courses, or is there a language that somebody has to be proficient or study in order to study in Italy?
There, yeah, there's a lot of English taught. I don't know why, but then there's this whole perception. I've come around people that are like, but I cannot speak Italian. How can I
Mm.
study in Italy? But then that's actually not true. At the master's level, there are several universities offering programs in English, and even at the bachelor's level as well. As of now, presently, there are over 89 courses taught in English in various Italian universities at the bachelor's level, but in master's, like over 200 plus, several programs are available. At my university, the University of Bologna has majority of courses
Mhm.
taught in English in, across universities in Italy. There has loads of options for international students.
If you just tune in, I'll be speaking with Anita. She has been through the process and she can also guide you to work on the process. Later on, she'll be explaining how you can get in touch with her if you need assistance to go through this process. I understand that sometimes we can come here, explain the process and all that. The point is, Fred, if I need help, who do I contact to help me go through the process? We are not only showing you the way, but we have a means to hold your hands to go through the process. That's why we have Anita here. There are a lot of misconceptions about studying in Italy. Like she just mentioned, you don't speak their language. How do you study there? She is currently in the process. She has been through it and she can hold your hands to go through the process. We are live on YouTube, The Fred Effect. We are live on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Thank you for tuning in. Drop your questions in the comment section about studying in Italy, and we'll be happy to respond to them as well. So let's begin with this. If somebody holds a bachelor's degree right now and wants to study in Italy, are there a certain CGPA or cutoff point? If I studied in tech, is there a certain class limit, first class, second class, lower? Is there a class limit to study in Italy?
Well, sincerely, the education here, because of the quality, that of the requirements are also very stringent. So, for my experience, let's say maximum second class, it should be around this. Sometimes a couple of people struggle with second class lower. when it comes to getting admission. I've seen a number of people who have gotten admission, but then I'm going to say generally it's a bit easier for those with second class, upper, and first class to get admission. But let me put it out there, at the end of the day, it's not only just the class, but then the details of the course that you studied, your experience, outside of school, whatever, in relation to, yeah, that also matters because some students with second class lower have been able to get admission with this differentiating factor. They have experience, their course is much more, directly related to what they're applying to and everything. But majority, those with second class, upper, and first class.
Awesome. So, let us know where you're watching us from, on YouTube, on X, on TikTok. Where are you watching us from? What is the time at your end at the moment? So in terms of, the application process, do I necessarily need an agent to go through the process? Can I apply wherever I am? Can I apply directly to the school, get admission, and then continue the rest of the processes?
Yes, you can
Mm,
entirely do the process by yourself. The only thing is you need to understand the entire process if you have
mhm.
an idea, because there are some parts of the process that it's going to get you a bit confused and you'll be a bit frustrated because
Right.
it's different from other countries. There's You have to get DOV, you have to get that. So sometimes you'll be like, okay, where do I go to? What's next? So you just need to understand what process follows the other.
Mm.
Once you get that, you can handle the entire process by yourself.
I see. Most people are concerned about the amount, right? So I don't want instances where I start a process and in the middle I'm stuck. I'm not able to continue financially. If I have a bachelor's degree, second class upper or better, and then I want to study in Italy, approximately, I know somebody's one process will be different from the other, and probably depending on the program. But approximately, how much should I gather before knowing that I could financially sponsor myself through the study in Italy process?
Okay, the majority thing I've seen students struggle with has to do with the proof of funds,
Hmm.
because because the issue is not with tuition. Tuition in Italy is not that expensive. It is
Okay.
your living, the living cost
Yeah.
that is going to be the issue. So approximately, when it comes to how much money do I need to put down to start the entire process of studying in Italy, work on getting the required proof of funds. From this year ongoing, the proof of funds is
Mm.
10,179 per academic year. So
Okay.
work on getting that money. Once you have that, then you prepare like around 1,000 euros for your tuition fee, which most of the time for international students is always less than that amount or exactly up to that amount. But then you prepare that for tuition, and then all other things, other processes, obviously to depend on which country you're coming from and what you have
Mm.
to pay,
Yeah.
GOV and all of that. You also prepare a bit of money around that as well. But then majorly prepare for your proof of funds. That's what most students struggle with.
Mm. I see. How long? How long does the process take? I just graduated from my bachelor's degree. I'm a national service personnel. How long should I plan? When should I start working on this process?
Okay, so how long is going to depend on the process. I would say it will start when you have your proof of funds down and then that is
Oh,
sorted. Then let's look at the
not even
window.
a transcript.
No, let's look at the window.
Uh huh.
The windows in Italy starts from majorly in November. Some schools
Okay.
start opening in October, but
Hmm.
then majorly universities start opening in November. So if
So,
you just graduated now, you
mhm,
just have to work on getting your educational documents prepared.
okay.
Then you start the application from November.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yes,
I see.
but then there are different processes for different programs.
Hmm.
Let me say, for bachelor's degree, they usually start the application in January
Okay.
because they have an entrance test to write.
Mm,
Yes, for those going for nursing, pharmacy, their period is completely different for them. Currently, they can start their process, even
mm-hmm.
though that for the academic year that is already over for those going for normal programs.
I
Theirs
see.
starts now. So the process is completely different depending on which route you're taking.
All right. If you're just tuning in, you're not late. I'm speaking with Anita. Anita has gone through the study in Italy process. She currently assists people to go through the process. Remember, later on, she'll be telling us if you need help. Like I said, we can explain the entire process. Sometimes you started, you get stuck somewhere. So if you have somebody who you can call on if you need help to assist you, it makes the whole process easier. You are not where you are at the moment because you don't have the information and ideas to get there, and somebody has gone through the process, they do have the information. Why not get in touch with them? So be explaining how you can get in touch with Anita. So Anita, what actually motivated you to want to study in Italy? You could have studied in any other country. Why Italy?
Well, because of the affordability,
Mm-hmm.
I came in through my family, but through that of the affordability of studying here, because I also studied in the UK, and then I know,
Okay.
comparing the cost in my mind, I know that it's quite affordable here, so I chose to pursue that of my master's here.
I see. What did you study in Italy? So that means you have experience as an international student in Italy, as a student in Italy, and as an international student in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So we can be making that comparison here and there. Now let's start with we'll come with somebody with a bachelor's degree. If I have a high school qualification, you tell us the documents and we'll be typing them. If you're listening to us, please be typing the comments. So it's somebody who has just graduated from high school. The person wants to study in Italy. Let's start with, are there scholarships for people with high school to study in Italy?
Okay, that's a good question. The scholarship available for those at the bachelor's level, it's actually available for everyone. But then
Mhm.
for the fact that the person is coming for bachelor's, they can also apply. That is the regional scholarships.
Okay.
So each and every region in Italy, they have this scholarship set up for both national and international students.
Hmm.
And then it operates on what is called diritto allo studio universitario. So it
Okay.
is a belief that everyone deserves access to, higher education. So
Mm.
that is why the fund has been set up by the regions, taxes from, that of the people within Italy and then the European Union to support both within those within the territory and outside the territory to study. So usually this scholarship is based on merit and economic. For the first year, it's based on that of your economic condition. So,
Okay.
sincerely, most times international students get it because if you're working in Italy, they have a cap that you should have. Your family's income should reach for you to be able to apply for the scholarship. And usually, international
Mm.
students, you get it, even if your family is earning a lot outside. When they
Oh.
convert it to euros, it will always be below the cap. So most times international students get a scholarship. So that is the regional scholarship.
Mm.
That is what someone at the bachelor's level can go for. Outside of that,
Awesome.
there are some universities that also have university scholarship, but then it's not a lot at the bachelor's level.
Okay, good. So if my high school results are ready now, what other documents do I need to put together apart from my WASI results coming from Ghana, coming from any other West African country? And if you are listening to us, please be typing. We are now talking about people with high school. Later on, we come to maybe diploma, we come to the bachelor's degree level. So what document do I need? I have a high school qualification.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so if you just graduated from high school and then you have that of your WATSI result,
Hmm.
what other document that you're going to have to work on is your transcript. I realize
Okay.
that now sometimes people do not have their transcript with them, but then
Hmm.
you have to get the transcript from your university.
Yes.
That is one thing that you need. If there is the option that you've taken, any of the internationally recognized English tests, that is
Hmm.
fine. If you have not taken that, then you have to also get a declaration from your school stating that you studied in English.
Okay. So English
Yeah,
proficiency letter.
the proficiency, yes,
Okay.
letter from your school stating that your course was entirely taught in English. Then, outside of that, you have to take time to actually prepare, and because there is an entrance test for the exams for the bachelor's level, there's an entrance
Hmm.
test. So you work on studying to actually write the test. But then for the documents, these are the main documents that you need to have. obviously you need to have your international passport. You need
Okay.
to have that with you, and then once you get it, this you're good to go. You can get that of a reference letter from any the professor or your teacher that helps to advance the application and help you one way or the other. And then
Okay.
you need a motivation letter while you're
Okay.
applying for the program.
Great. For our people to follow, and if you're watching us on TikTok, please be typing in the comment section. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, can you please do us a favor, type it in the comment section so we can all follow. I have a high school qualification, so I need my WASI results. I need transcript from my high school. I need an English proficiency letter, or if I've taken TOEFL, IELTS, any of them is cool. So you get an English proficiency letter. This is a one-page document from your high school indicating that you did all your courses in English. Obviously, Ghana is an English speaking country, so you can speak and write English proficiently. And then you also have, obviously, a passport because you need a passport to travel. And then you need a motivation letter or more or less like an essay. Did I miss anything?
Then if you can get a reference letter from any of your
Good.
professors, that
Yeah.
was be
So
good.
recommendation or reference letter.
Yeah.
Please be typing it in the comment section for us so that we can follow. So if you have a bachelor's, if you have a high school qualification, this is what you need. Now I have gathered all these documents. What is my first step?
The first step is to search on Universe Italy. You
We
should
missed
have
one
an
thing.
idea.
After getting these documents, we should also prepare for the entrance exams. And you are going to explain to us more about the entrance exams, what is it about and stuff like that. So what is my first step after getting these documents?
The first step is actually to search. You should have an idea of what you want to study. Then
Okay.
you're going to go to this website. It's called Universe Italy. That is the website for international students to come and study in Italy. So it's the government website for international students. It's called Universe Italy.
Okay.
There, you're going to search for schools or universities offering the program that you have in mind. If
Hmm.
you don't have a course yet in mind, but then you have a university in mind, then you're going to search for that university and look at programs offered there that may interest you. So probably you want to study at the University of Bologna. If you go onto University Italy, you search for the University of Bologna, look at courses at the bachelor's level that are offered in English at the university. Then at least you go onto the university website and go and look at the requirements to apply and everything.
Okay.
So the
So
first step is this website.
good. So if no, you cannot study in Italy from outside Italy if you don't go through this website. Is that the case?
Yes,
Awesome.
because
So
here you're going to find
go
all
ahead.
universities offering the courses
You,
that
you
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 may be
want to
interested
pursue.
in.
Okay. So the website is called Universe Italy. So
Italy.
first of all, if you want to study in Italy, at least you should know about this website. And I posted a link to the website. If you're watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I'm currently sharing the website, Universe Italy. So the website is specifically, if you're watching us on TikTok, please type it for us. UNIVERS Universe. Then you add Italy to it, ITALY.IT. So universeitaly.it. That's the website. So it directly takes you to the website where you can find the courses you want to study. So when I get to this website, what am I searching for?
An example, you want to go and study medicine or nursing, or you want to study any program at all at the bachelor's level, you have to
Mhm.
search for the program here in the find your course. You have to put the name of the program of interest there. If you type probably nursing or anything, then you are going to search for it.
Oh, okay.
Once it brings the result, you have to go to the filters because it's going to
Hmm.
show you results in English and Italian and everything. So you have to go to the filter node down there. Yeah, the filters
Okay.
here. Yes. So here filter. So you is it that you want to do nursing at the bachelor's level? You have to put in all the filter. If you want a
Okay.
course in English, okay, then you're going to and then it's going to filter. So these are the
Oh,
universities offering nursing in English in Italy. La
oh,
Sapienza,
okay.
the Sapienza University of Rome, Vanvitelli, Camelos, and then that of Palermo. So these are the four universities offering the program at the bachelor's level, public universities. If you want private, other private universities, then Uni Camelos and then other ones also do offer the program.
I see. So this makes it easier. So explain to us the filters here. When you say first level 3 years, second level, what does it mean?
So it means that the program that you've put in, if you choose the first level, it means you're going for a bachelor's degree. The
Mm-hmm.
second level, it means you're going for that of a master's degree. They have
Oh.
single cycle. Here we also have like single cycle courses where the person starts all the way from bachelor's and then master's. These programs include that of medicine. It
Mm-hmm.
also includes that of pharmacy. So that means you'll be graduating with a master's, but then it's a single cycle. Yeah,
Oh,
so you choose whether the program is a single cycle. If you type medicine, you have to choose single cycle because it's a unique cycle for the particular program.
I see. There is also open entry programmed number. What does it mean?
Yes, we have open courses in Italy. For nursing, it's that of a program number or with
Mm-hmm.
an entry test. So it has an entry test. So obviously, even if you don't enter that part, you don't take that part, it's going to show you
Yeah.
on the university website that it requires an entry test. So you have to register for the test. But then, yeah, the filters that really matters is telling it that the program that you want to study is at the
Mm-hmm.
bachelor's level or at the master's level, and then in English or not. In English or in
Oh,
Italian, those are
I see.
the important ones. All the others, you're going to find it on the website.
Awesome. This makes it easy. If you're just tuning in, I'm speaking with Anita. Anita is explaining to us how we can work on the study in Italy process. So if you're just tuning in, you're welcome. This live section will still be live across all the Fred Effect Study about platforms. If you want to rewatch this, it will still be live on our YouTube channel as well. This is awesome. This is awesome. I really love what you're explaining. So if you want to study in Italy, you need to know about this website. It's called Universe Italy, and then the website is specifically universeitaly.it. So UNIVERS, then you add Italy to it. It's one word, .it. It takes you to the website. When you get there, you search for the program you want to pursue, and that's it. So you know how some master's degree in some countries like UK has a 1 year master's degree and all that. When it comes to master's degree in Italy, how long does it take?
2 years.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter the program. Every master's degree will take 2 years.
Well, they do have some master's degree that are like professional.
Mm-hmm.
That one is different. If probably you already have a master's degree and then you want to go for a professional master's degree,
Right.
professional MBA and all of that, yeah, there are those programs have shorter periods, but
Mm.
normally a master's degree in Italy is 2 years,
How about a bachelor's degree?
3 years.
Oh, okay. It's not up to 4 years.
No, 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 it's three
I see.
years.
So you know how the Ghanaian education system is a little bit different from the European side. So the normal one is high school. If somebody has a 2 year diploma, 3 year diploma, like I've graduated from a nursing degree or teacher training college with a 3 year or 6 semester of transcript, do I apply for bachelor's? Do I apply for master? What do I do?
You apply for bachelor's,
Okay.
then you ensure that the program that you're applying to is somehow aligned with what you did. That is the only way
Mm.
they can recognize credits from that particular
Oh.
course or the program that you did. But then first, you have to generally apply through the application,
Mm.
route you apply. Then once you get admission, you request them to recognize the credits from the course that
Mm.
you did. But then to not waste your money, you first of all have to go through the program. You have to go through that of the syllabus and be able to recognize how it's linked with what you studied.
Yeah.
So that when you are making the request, you already know that, oh, I've seen that what I did aligns with this. So it's up to the admission committee or up to the academic committee to say, okay, we think from what you did with your diploma, you can start from maybe year two, you can start from this, you can start from that. Yeah,
Thank you for
depending.
tuning in. If you're watching us, let us know where you're watching us from. Anita is joining us from Italy. Fred is in the US. And let us know where you're watching us from. Which country are you watching us from? What is the time at your end? Let us know in the comment section as well. Is the conversation being helpful? If you also have questions, please type them in the comment section later on. I'll be reading them to Anita so that she can be responding to them as well. So when it comes to work as a student, if I'm a student, I'm studying bachelor's, I'm studying master's, am I able to work whilst I study?
Yeah, you can work for 20 hours. So you're
Hmm.
allowed to, yeah, you can work 20 hours.
Is
Any
it
job at all.
okay? Is this specifically like I have to work on campus, or I can get a work off campus as well?
No, you can work anywhere. It's not like
Hmm.
necessarily on campus. Most students actually work off campus. They work
Oh, I see.
anywhere, yeah, at restaurants, different places.
If I have a family, for example, I'm coming for a PhD, I'm coming for a master's, can my family join me when I'm traveling?
Unfortunately, on the ET study visa, you cannot bring a dependent. So
Oh, okay.
unless you are done with your PhD, you get a job and then your permit moves from study to worker. Then you can go through the route of, bringing a dependent to come and join you.
No, I
But
need you
on the
to
study, no.
Mhm. I need you to explain this perfectly. I have gotten admission into a bachelor's. I've gotten admission into a master's or a PhD, and I'm traveling to study in Italy. The visa does not permit me to bring a dependent, my child or my wife or anybody like that. Oh,
The
okay.
visa, the EST study visa doesn't
Mhm.
permit you to bring a dependent.
Mhm.
You can only go bring a dependent after you enter into the territory, and then after your study. Even people like PhD, but in PhD you are still on the study visa.
Right.
And then most times you're living in, maybe let's say, the university residence, or
Mhm.
you're under one type of scholarship or not. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to move from study to a work, as a worker within the Italian territory. There are some
Mm.
requirements to actually go and bring a dependent, which you cannot meet under the study visa. That's what people do not know, because you're supposed to have your own place. If you are in a university residence, you cannot go and bring a dependent,
I see.
to come and
I
live
have
with
more
you.
questions, but people are joining us, so let's respond to their questions as well. Emmanuel is joining us on YouTube. Emmanuel, thank you for tuning in from YouTube. Do universities in Italy require statements of purpose for masters, Anita?
Yes. Why are you applying for the program? That is what is going to differentiate you outside
Mm,
of your good grades and everything. It's the statement of purpose that differentiates you from the other candidates. So, yeah,
good.
it's required.
Lincoln is joining us on Facebook by listening to us all the way from Liberia in West Africa. Lincoln, thank you for tuning in as well. And then I think Asibi is joining. Did I get your name right? Asibi CDB. Okay. Is joining us from Ghana. And then Gilbert is also joining us on YouTube as well. It's possible is joining us from Ghana, Kumasi. Thank you for tuning in. Is it Busayo Solomon is joining us from Nigeria? Thank you for tuning in as well. Okay, so somebody is asking, please talk about the legalization of documents and authentication. Can you explain that?
Okay. Yeah. So many international students actually struggle with this.
Right.
So, the one of the most important things that you have to do when you're thinking of coming to study in Italy is you authenticating and legalizing your document.
Mhm.
But then the process is different depending on where you're coming from. It's a bit way easier in Ghana than in Nigeria. In Ghana, all that you have to do is to translate your educational documents, then request for that of legalization in GOV at the Italian embassy. You make the payment and then they do the process. So they verify the authenticity of your documents and everything. But then in Nigeria, you actually have to do the authentication by going to that of the ministries
Mm,
that are involved with him. After you're done with the translation, you do the authentication. Then you go and request for the legalization and declaration from the Italian consulate. So that is the difference with the process. In Ghana, you don't have to go to the ministry yourself. If you
mm.
go to the ministry, you still pay the embassy to do the process themselves. So that's the
Th-
difference.
Does Ghana have an Italian embassy? Where is it located?
In Accra.
Oh, okay, okay. I see. And at what stage of the process do I do the legalization and authentication of my documents?
Well, most of the time is best when you've gotten admission. In Ghana, it's best if you've gotten admission. In Nigeria, because this process can actually take a very long time because so many
Mhm.
people after admission by then so many people are requesting for dates to go and legalize the document. So people actually get admission, but then they don't end up coming into the country because of this particular process. So for someone in Nigeria, I would advise to start the process early. But the downside of it is if you don't have that of an admission yet, you have to pay for the process. Because
Okay.
with an admission, you're going to get that of the summary on University. So the University Italy site that we spoke about is not only for searching for courses. There are so many other things you do on that website as an international student. It is there that you are going to get the summary that you're going to add when you're going to, request for the DOV and the legalization of your document. And then that will let you pay for just, something small. But then if you don't have that stating that I've gotten an admission and the university has accepted to be my host, then that means you are doing the process by yourself. So you have to pay for it.
Awesome. So we'll be responding to more of your questions. Keep them coming on the comment section. And Anita will be telling us how you can get in touch with her as well. Like I said, sometimes, we explain all this process, but when you start working on it, you get stuck at a certain place. You need somebody to help you out. And Anita will be giving out the contact details by which you can get in touch. She is in the country. She has been through it and she's assisting people to go through it. What a better way to get in touch with somebody who is experienced in the process. And she actually studied in the UK and currently studying in Italy. So she's an international woman. All right. Anita, we'll talk about, how you've spoken about how you can get work as a student. And you mentioned to me before we started the section that you have a whole team and a community that is helping and supporting students and all that. Can you work after your studies? So I came for a 2-year master's degree. After my studies, do I have to come home? Can I work after my studies? What is the postgraduate plan if you study in Italy?
Well, it's pretty straightforward.
Right.
Once you're done with school, you can request for that of the permesso in attesa di lavoro. So, okay, so it's like a permit in between study and then that of work. So it allows you to search for job. So yes, you get that permit, and then if you get a job, then you're going to convert from that permit to working. If whilst in school, once you graduate, you get a job, then you're going to move directly from study to that of working. Yes, getting a job in Italy, I'm going to say at the end of the day, it depends on your skill set, and then also that of your ability with the language because the job can entirely be in English, but then they're going to require you to know some, basics in Italian language because you have colleagues who are Italian, so you need to be able to communicate with them. I've seen students who are like, "Oh, and I got the job," but then they were like, "Do you know, I didn't have the basics." Yes, so I always tell students when you're coming in, because if you stayed in the country for 2 years and then you go sit before an employer and then they don't see anything in you that want to learn the language, they're like, "My schools, I mean, you've been here for 2 years and you didn't learn anything at all." So yes, they are very passionate about their language. So it's very important that at least the basics you get it. But then getting a job, yes, it's possible.
I didn't know I was muted. I was talking to myself. So people on TikTok were the only people. Sometimes it happens to me. Anyway, Anita, what I'm saying is that when you graduate from a university in Italy, how many years do you have to work? If you graduate from the US and it's a STEM program, you have like 3 years. If it's a non-STEM, you have a year. How many years can you work after you study in Italy?
No, you can work for as long as you want. You're able to convert. If once you're done with school and then you're on a normal working permit, you can work for as long as you want. And then if you want to convert to the permanent residency, you can do that. And then
Oh,
getting a job is not necessarily tied to I should get a job in the area that I studied. No.
mhm.
Any job that you get that can help you to do the conversion,
Oh,
you can do that.
oh,
There are
wow.
students here who have converted their own. Yeah.
I see. I see. I see. Awesome. Gilbert is watching us from Sunyane Penkwasi. Gilbert, I used to school at New Doma. You see the SDA school over there? That's where I used to. So thank you for joining us from Penkwasi, Gilbert. And then Asibis, please, okay, I'll answer that. So let's go to TikTok. TikTok, Jude is asking that does Italy universities waive application fee if you want to apply?
No.
Okay.
If a
How much?
university has application fee, you have to pay that.
Oh, okay. You said if the university, can you repeat what you said?
If a university has an application fee, you have to pay for the fee.
Now, how
It's
much are
not
we
going to
looking at
be.
approximately? I know all the universities would differ. Like, so how
Yeah.
much in terms of the
Well,
currency in Italy that you have to pay?
it differs. Some you're going
Mhm.
to pay 35 euros, some you have to
Mm,
pay 20 euros, some you have to
mm,
pay 50 euros. It depends. In my university, there's some programs that are completely free,
mhm,
about 30 programs that are completely free from the
mhm.
areas of engineering and everything. But if you come to my field in business, you have to pay an application fee of 50 euros. So it differs across the universities.
Right. Shout out to my brother Festus joining us on TikTok. Festus, today we are talking. Anita is educating us on how to study in Italy. So a lot of information and ideas drop. But Anita, I want to go through this process. I want to seek for help. How do I get in touch with you? Can you help me? How do you do that?
Okay, yes. But then the first thing I'm going to put out there is I have a completely free ebook on the
Mhm.
entire process of studying in Italy. Currently, it has over 600 downloads from international
Oh.
students. So it can give you an idea about the process because the thing is to empower you to be able to go through the process yourself. But then if you need assistance, you can work with that of my agency, Admiral Education Consult.
Mhm.
You can see that of the link to the website on your screen. But then, yes, we help students, African students. Our focus is on African students, assisting them to gain access to affordable education in Italy. And then, if you meet the requirements for scholarship as well, to also guide you on how to apply for
Okay.
the scholarships there.
So the WhatsApp numbers, everything, and email is already on the website. So the website, can you repeat if somebody is listening to us on TikTok, how do they spell that out?
Admiral Education,
Okay.
admiraleduconsult.com.
All right. So it's ADMIRALEDUCONSULT.com. So that's the website, and you can get in touch. The WhatsApp number is there. There's a phone number you can call. There's an email that you can get in touch with Anita, and then the team will be happy to help you. It's easier when you get somebody who has been through the process, guiding you to go through a similar process. Let's pick some questions. Um, um, from the comment section as well, and then we see. So if there is anything that I didn't touch on that you want to talk about, and people want to know about the banks, the financial document requirement you spoke about, is it like a block account and stuff like? Can you explain that aspect of it?
Okay, you need a 6 month bank statement.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you do, please ensure that you're providing a genuine bank statement.
Mm-hmm.
Don't allow any agent to lie to you that no, they're telling us enough and they're very, very strict. And then, so ensure that you're presenting a very genuine bank statement. You need 6 months. In a country like Cameroon, they need, it depends on where you're coming from, but in the majority of countries, you need a 6 months bank statement, and then that
Mm-hmm.
is it. But then in some countries, specifically, they're going to require that of a block account, and one of
Mm-hmm.
those countries include that of those coming from Cameroon. So there you need a block account unless things change each and every academic year and the new rules and everything. But then presently what we know from Cameroon is they are required to present that of a block account. But from Ghana, Nigeria, you just need to present a bank statement with the 6 months bank statement with the required funds, 10,179 per academic year.
Yeah, talking about the financial statement, Isaac is asking, my sponsor is not a family member. Can I use his bank statement and affidavit of support for my visa?
No. Based on the new requirements from the Ministry of University and Research,
Mm-hmm.
you are allowed to present a sponsor up to the fourth degree. So someone you're related to up to the fourth degree.
Mm-hmm.
So you can present your uncle and everything, but then someone who's not related to you, the law is they cannot the person doesn't have any legal requirement to support you. So their fear is for you not to get stranded in the country. You can get in, the person
Mm.
will be like, tomorrow I don't have money, I don't want to sponsor you. And then you get stranded. And we see that all the day. We see that every time. Students get in, they get stranded, and they're like,
Mhm.
what do I do? And it's, yeah. So please just use someone. If the person truly wants to sponsor you, then they should send the money to your account. Other than that,
Oh,
using their bank statement, please go with a family member, someone who is allowed up to the fourth degree.
oh, I see. And in terms of the bank statement, you said the amount it should be up to 6 months of bank statement.
Yeah, 6 months
Oh,
bank
I see.
statement.
Awesome. You
Obviously, if
just
someone is sponsoring you, the person should have more than that because they cannot say they just use all the 10,000 to sponsor you
yeah,
and then how do they rely on? Yeah.
it makes sense. What do you think are some of the possible challenges someone is likely to face if they want to study in Italy?
Well, one of yes, I'm going to mention a few.
Hmm.
One has to do with the proof of funds, which we just spoke about now.
Right.
I tell students take a year when you want to move abroad. It's about strategy. Take a year, work on your proof of funds. Don't follow the trend and everything. Even
Hmm.
if you want to apply for a scholarship, because there's the mighty scholarship that is giving you about 10,000 euros, but then the guarantee of getting the scholarship is not fixed because there are several students applying. So at least have the funds. If you get a scholarship, the fund is a surplus for you. Come in and you don't struggle, you get it. But the first thing is ensure that you take a year, work on a proof of funds. Once you're done with that, ensure that you understand the process because most students actually get confused with the process. And
Right.
then that gets them stuck because they're like, okay, what do I do next? Where do I go from here?
Hmm.
So just ensure that you understand the process. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is ensure when you are seeking for information, you seek for information from the right source.
Yeah.
Yes, ensure that you seek the information from someone who has actually been through the process, someone who's actually in the country, understands the process and everything. Because other than that, you get the wrong information and you end up wasting your entire year following information that are not accurate and everything. So I think these are the three things, basically. Yeah.
All right. So, is there a visa interview when you want to get a student visa from the Italian embassy?
Yeah, that's the unique thing about Italy. There's no interview. So it's based
Okay.
on your documents. That is why you have to ensure that everything you're presenting is accurate because
Hmm.
the denial or the approval is going to be based on your document. There are only particular circumstances where if they're not quite sure, they're going to invite you for an interview. Maybe your bank statement, they're not quite sure, or
Mm.
maybe you presented a very huge bank account to them. They want
Yeah.
to find out whether after some months, maybe you drew money or something, and then they just want to get more information. So only under those circumstances. But then
Mm.
most of the time, it based on the approval or the denial is based on the document that you provided to them.
You are in the country and have had opportunity to interact with a lot of international students. When it comes to the percentage of people who move in with scholarship plus people who are being sponsored by bank statement, can you tell us the percentage? Like more people get scholarships, or you think that it's more faster if you are going to choose a school that you have to produce a bank statement or anything to support?
But whichever be the case, you still have to present a bank statement. But
Okay.
then most of the students I've interacted with are here on scholarship.
Mm.
Some obviously you can come in with scholarship, but then if you don't continually be on merit,
Hmm.
you can lose the scholarship. But then a number of students are on either the Mighty Scholarship, IYT, or the Regional Scholarship. But then there are some students as well who are basically on probably they couldn't get the needed document because the Regional Scholarship I talked to you about, there is a required document to get that scholarship. You need to get it from your home country and bring it to Italy, which is going to be
Mm.
used to, make the easier UP declaration.
Mm.
But a number of people are not able to get that document in time. So the first year they don't get the original scholarship. Then the second year they're able to get it. Then yeah, most students are here on either a scholarship or they're benefiting from a low tuition.
I see. If you want to go to Turkey to study, for example, in the first year, and sometimes Russia, in the first year, they give you an opportunity to study the language. Do international students have to study the Italian language before they start their actual studies?
No, it's actually done concurrently. It's like a form of recommendation. So it's going to be some schools add it as part of your study program.
Mhm.
So whether you attend the classes or not, sometimes you just have to write like an exams, which is not usually it's not like it comes with a credit or something like that, but then just to know whether you're eligible or you're not. So yes, but then normally it's not like you need to take a year to learn the language. The
Mm.
program is in English. So that is why now people, most international students actually don't learn the language. And then when they finish and then they want to remain, they realize that, okay, I should have learned the language earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this stage, you being a resident, like what is your proficiency level? Can you use Italian to say like somebody should subscribe to the Fred Effect channel? Let's go.
Yeah, I work. Okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay. So I'll just say that someone should subscribe.
Right.
Ok, ciao a tutti. Oggi siamo qui e qua sto parlando oggi con The Fred Effect. Questo è il canale YouTube. Per favore, andate lì, fate un'iscrizione. Siamo qui e sapete che quella che fa su YouTube è una cosa, hai capito, molto importante per studenti internazionali e quindi fate quello che dovete fare. Just, subscribe.
Interesting. All right, that's it. So what do you think in terms of culture is a major cultural differences? You growing up in Ghana and now in Italy, what is the major cultural differences?
Well, it varies. It's completely different. The
Right.
education here is different as well. But I say normally it's okay.
Mm.
The culture is completely different. Education as well, it's completely different as well. But on the normal, you can survive once you get used
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, and it's something that you'll be able to manage.
Mm. All right. So I am a football fan. Yeah. As students, do you get like opportunities to maybe go watch some Serie A matches, stuff like that?
Well, I'm not a football fan, so
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, but then I guess a number of people they're able to do that.
Oh, I see. I see. If you're just tuning in, I've been speaking with Anita. Anita has been explaining to us how you can study in Italy if you have any academic qualification and you want to move to Italy. The process requires that you learn and understand how to do it. However, she has been through the process. You know, she has a lot of experiences coaching people to go through the process. So she has a platform where you can also get in touch with them and then they can guide you wherever you are in the process. Maybe you've started, you need help, link up with the team and they'll be able to support you to go through the process. Wherever you want to go, somebody has already been there. People know the process. Don't struggle if somebody can easily hold your hands to help you go through the process. It's been the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform. Our family is over 200,000 on TikTok. We are over 160,000 on Facebook, close to 200,000 on YouTube. Our X platform is over 50,000, and then our Instagram platform is over 20,000 as well. So this is the biggest study abroad content platform, and the reason for this podcast is simple. You want to study abroad, people have already done it, and so there are ways and means by which they did it. What did they learn? The lessons they learned. It makes it easier. So we bring them on to share their experience, their journey, and how you can do it. So Anita came on today to share their experience going through studying Italy process and how you can also do it as well. Let's see if we can respond to some questions. You mentioned about the proof of funds. So our brother was asking that, at what point of the process do you need a proof of funds? Is it by when applying? Some universities in the US, when you're applying, they ask for your proof of funds. At what point of the process do you need it?
Well, it's during the visa stage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Tell us, if you want to apply for a student visa in the US, it's $185. How about Italy?
Well, it depends on the embassy and the amounts that they basically charge, each and every embassy, and the amounts that they charge basically.
All right. Dr. Teresa is joining us on TikTok. Thank you for tuning in, Dr. Teresa. She says, "Thank you, Anita." Somebody who is asking, he said that you mentioned, and I think this person is listening. Shout out to you, Clement, on YouTube. So he's asking that you mentioned even if you have scholarship, you still need a bank statement. Can you throw more light on that?
Okay, yeah, because to be honest with you, even when you get a scholarship, scholarships are paid in installments. So if you get to come in October, your scholarship, the first installment is likely coming in December. So from October to December, how do you survive?
Okay.
So the bank statement that you show, even on a scholarship, especially the Mighty scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
the IYT scholarship, you still need to show bank statement, mainly because it's actually going to help you to survive in a country. But
Mm.
then for the regional scholarships, you cannot use that as proof of funds for this
Okay.
application. So you need a bank statement. The regional
Mm.
scholarship are to support your education, but they are not
Mhm.
like it's something that you can use as a proof of funds. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. If you were a nurse in Ghana, diploma nursing, bachelor's in nursing, um, in your experience, what are the opportunities in terms of studying in Italy?
Well, that means you're coming to study, you go for the nursing program at
Hmm.
the bachelor's level. We don't have the nursing program at the master's level in Italy
Okay.
in English. So you go for it at the bachelor's level, and then from there you are just basically going to apply for the roles that are open in this country. You can also explore other places basically to go and work, because once you have the the knowledge and everything, you can explore opportunities even in outside Italy.
Mm, I see. All right. It's been a great session talking to Anita about studying in Italy. If you don't understand anything that we did today, at least you should know that the website, the go-to website, if you want to study in Italy, is called universeitaly.it. Universe Italy. That's where you search for the programs, and you can filter whether you want English taught programs or whatever, and then it leads you to the universities that you want to study at in Italy. Okay, so for somebody who needs some sort of motivation, they've tried different countries, things are not working out. What would be your words of encouragement? Somebody's watching me from Bolibam but wants to be like Anita, probably be in Italy by now studying. What are your words of motivation to such an individual?
Well, what I would tell the person is to try Italy with an open mind,
Mm,
regardless of what didn't go well with other countries or whatever thing you've tried. Just try Italy with an open mind and give it your best. Don't give up. The process can be a bit complicated. It's not as straightforward as other places, but
mhm.
it also comes with its own benefits and everything. So just approach it with an open mind, and then be willing to put in the effort, be willing to go through the process, be willing to find needed information,
Mhm.
because sometimes don't wait for information to be handed down to you. Make the research, go on Google, find the needed information, and be willing to put in the effort basically.
All right, great, awesome. Be willing to put in the effort. If you want, if only you are serious about it and you want to do it, it's highly possible. People have done it. You wouldn't be the first person to study in Italy. Neither would you be the last person. So obviously you can do it. All right, Anita, it's been a great session. I don't know if we missed anything and you want to add it, but I've enjoyed this conversation. It has opened my eyes to a lot of things. Every day we learn new things. And yeah, it's great that we're able to serve our audience with the knowledge and ideas that we have also gone through and what they can also go through. It makes life easier. We that have taken the lead or come before some people, we create a pathway that makes it easier for other people to do it as well. All right. Any final thoughts? And then we wrap up today.
Well, all I would say is basically, it's not just about supporting students to come, but then we
Mhm.
also know how sometimes it can be difficult being away from
Right.
home and everything. So we also have a community for African students that are studying
Mhm.
here in Italy, the
Right.
African Students Network Italy. basically to provide a community. We organize workshops, how to learn the
Mhm.
Italian language, how to, prepare yourself for the Italian job market, how to convert from study permit to work permit. And basically, if you're having challenges with scholarship, your work permit or your study permit and everything like that. So we are just here. If you are listening and then you're studying in Italy, do well to join the community because you don't have to walk the journey alone. If you're coming in, once you come in, you can also reach out to us to join the community so that you don't have to go through the struggle or the challenges and everything alone. But then thank you for having me. Please
Yeah.
guys subscribe to his channel. He's doing, he's doing something great that is benefiting all international students, those looking to study abroad. So subscribe, escreviti. Okay.
Yeah. Finally, we said a lot of things. If you need help, there's a platform that will support you. Go to the website, and I'll be posting the link to the website in the comment section. Write it somewhere, pin it somewhere. When you start the process, you need help. There is a WhatsApp number, there is an email that you go to this website, you find, you email them, you call them on WhatsApp, or you message them, and they will be willing to assist you. People know the process. Don't struggle through it. Everything will be fine. Thank you for joining us, Anita.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's been a great session. The name has been The Fred Effect. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform. We come your way weekly with what we call the Study Abroad podcast. It's very simple. People have been through the Study Abroad process. People are studying in the dream universities, in the programs that you want to study in. How did they do it? What challenges did they face? How much did it cost them? How long did it take? We bring these individuals on so that they share their journey, their experience with you. It makes it easier if you want to go about the same process. So today we spoke about Italy. Next week we'll come your way with another insightful session. We are not only showing you the way, we have an opportunity, we have a platform where we hold your hands for you to go through the process. The educational system in the country you find yourself is very different from where you want to go and study. In order to bridge this gap, people who have studied in the country you are, like myself, I studied in Ghana, right? And I haven't to attend different universities in the US, having two masters and all that. So we know the process that we can use to hold your hands to go through. If you need help, we are available to support you. We are not only telling you the information, but we are also holding your hands to help you through. If you are preparing for a US visa interview, remember the Fred Effect team for close to 10 years now, we have a mock interview platform, which is a WhatsApp platform. If you want to join, just send us a message on any of our social media platforms on Facebook, on X, or Instagram, or TikTok. And then we'll be happy to add you to the platform so that you can prepare for your visa interview. Don't pretend to know everything. Get help before you get denied at the embassy. Now let's take it to a higher notch. The Fred Effect team has connections with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of ex-visa officers. I've had a lot of conversations with them on this Fred Effect platform, so you can watch most of the videos with them. But if you want a visa officer, former visa officer, to coach you to go through your process to get your visa approved, whether it's an F1 visa, whether it's an immigrant, a non-immigrant visa, don't leave things to chances. Talk to an ex-visa officer before you go for your visa interview. You can use the link I'm sharing on the screen, rb.gy/ku7vb, to schedule a one-on-one section. rb let me show that again real quick. So rb.gy/ku72vb. If you type that in your web browser, that's the Fred Effect link to connect with Argo Visa. And of course, we get a percentage if you schedule with them, and then you get some percentage off as well. Talk to a former visa officer before you go for your visa interview. If you need help, this year we are helping a lot of people start the application process for 2027 January, and then August intake. Send us your results if you have a high school qualification, your transcript if you have a diploma qualification. The Fred Effect team is the only team that assists people for free to apply for a bachelor's degree. Send us your document. We'll be happy to assist you. If you're interested in a PhD or a master's, send us your transcript on any of our social media platforms. The team will get back to you and will help you go through the process. It's been an insightful section. Listen, there's sort of a lot of negativity around the process. Whatever process you want to work on, there's a way somebody can discourage you that is not possible. We only focus on the positive side of life. We want you to be positive about the process you're working on. You're not the only one facing whatever challenge you're facing. Talk to people. whatever big the situation is a human being that has a solution to the problem that you are facing. Get in touch with the Fred Effect team. We'll be happy to assist you. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine. If the Fred Effect was able to do it, you can definitely do it. I'll see you next week. Be positive. Thank you.